Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, it will be exciting as you can see from the title, but I will be doing a comparison contact lens brand slash review between OLENS and Moody contact lenses, and I've decided to pick out two of what I would call like the classic contact lens from OLENS to review. And then what I did was I just went and looked on the Moody website to see if there's any similarities towards this so that I can show you guys side-by-side comparisons as well. First, I want to talk about the OLENS brand itself. I'm sure all of you guys know OLENS by now. I've done so many reviews on them, but pretty much OLENS is a Korean brand and they're really well known in Korea. They are #1 in Korea, and also Blackpink uses them a lot. It's their muse, you know, so you would see most of the Blackpink using OLENS contacts, and I've done plenty of, you know, reviews of that as well. And I remember when I went to Korea, I've seen this OLENS stores pretty much everywhere, and so they have probably like up to like 300 plus, you know, shops in Korea. That's how well known they are. Whereas with Moody, they are actually a China brand and they're starting to get really popular as well. And I've only started trying to use this recently, as you guys would seen in my last video too. And with this Moody one, they're really popular in my little red book, Xiaolhongshu. This one, from what I know, is that you can only buy them online so far. Correct me if I'm wrong. If there's any physical store, let me know down below, but that's all the facts that I know about this so far. So let's get started with #1, which is the Vivi Ring Brown. So I have done this Vivi Ring Brown review so many times because, like I said, it is my #1, my go-to, my OG contact lens of all time. I've had stacks and stacks of this, and I also want to mention that this do come in monthly and daily contact lens, but this video I will solely be only talking about daily contact lenses because with the Moody one I got the daily contact lens. With the Vivi Ring one, it does come in 10 pieces / 20 pieces. For the 10 pieces one, it costs $21 USD, whereas the 20 pieces it costs $34. And quickly I am going to mention the Moody one. The Moody one Bubbly Sunset 10 pieces is actually $24 USD, and they only come in 10 pieces, so I wanted to show you guys the side-by-side prices so you guys know as well. For the graphic diameter, it is leaning towards the enlarging side, but I love my enlarging contact lens, and this one is 13.0mm, which I actually find not too bad at all. For the design itself, it has a beautiful dark chocolatey brown border with a little bit of that blur effect, so it's not like a one straight tone brown, like it's very blur light, so it's very blendable onto the eyes. When you go in, it's like a golden brown and it's a little bit spiky, and I just love how everything blends so nicely. It just gives the most beautiful look on my eyes. It's so mesmerizing, and I've mentioned before, if I can't think of what lens I want to wear, this is my go-to. When I go travel, this is probably the only contact lens I bring with me. I just need this contact lens in my life. And when I compare this with the Moody Bubbly Sunset, so this is from the Teenage Daydream collection. This Teenage Daydream collection actually have like, I can't remember now, a whole bunch, I think like 20 plus. So anyway, I try to find the most similar one as I can, and how I found this one is I look at the design. So with the Bubbly Sunset, the border for this one is definitely thicker. It definitely has a darker brown border, and with this one it doesn't have that spiky blurry effect like the Vivi Ring. And when you go in, it is more of a ashy brown, cool gray brown look. So when I put it side by side, you can see it's actually completely different. And for the diameter for this one, it definitely look enlarging, more enlarging than the Vivi Ring Brown, and that's because the diameter for this is actually 13.5mm, which is actually huge. So you guys can see the side by side. Don't know, for some reason pictures it looks similar, but when I put them on, it looks completely different. Next is the Spanish one, and I would have to say the Spanish line is definitely a go-to for any beginners or any people that are interested in OLENS and want to give it a try, I definitely would recommend the Vivi ring, but I know a lot of people definitely love the Spanish line because of the design. This design is so unique because it only focuses on the inside of your eye rather than the outside. So if I compare this with my Vivi ring, the Vivi ring gives me a lot of enlargement. It, you know, emphasizes the outer part of the eyes to give me the enlarging effect. However, this Spanish one focuses on emphasizing your actual color eye as well as giving you the design that is going to give you on the middle. So with the Spanish grey one, it gives you that, you know, grey look, which is what I'm wearing right now, and the diameter for this one is definitely way smaller. So the diameter for this one is actually 11.9mm, and in terms of how many it comes in, it also comes in 10 pieces and 20 pieces. Same with this Moody Indigo Flannel, where it comes in 10 pieces, and the pricing is the same as the Vivi ring brown at the Bubbly Sunset, which I have to mention too. But going back to this Spanish grey line, I definitely love this. It's definitely such a classic. I just love how it really emphasizes my natural eye. It looks so natural looking. It always gives so much compliment. It's so simple, yet it just gives so much oomph onto your eyes, you know, and that's how beautiful it is. And again, Blackpink do use them too. Then we go on to this Moody Indigo Flannel. Just like its name, this actually do have some purple in it too, and the reason why I decided to choose this to compare with the Spanish grey is because this one have that spikiness effect just like the Spanish grey. However, this Indigo Flannel one, the spiky is more on the outer part, because again, this one is an enlarging effect of 13.5mm for the graphic diameter. So with this one, you get a combination of that indigo on the inside with a bit of grey, and on the outer part you get that grey dark looking outline too. But I absolutely love the combo of this because depending on the angle you look at, sometimes you see a bit of purple, sometimes you see a bit of grey. It just looks so different, and you guys can see with, you know, the side-by-side comparisons, you can definitely see that the Indigo Flannel is definitely bigger than the Spanish. The design is different. The only thing that's very similar is the spikiness, but I thought, you know, I'll show you guys side by side anyway. One last thing I want to mention is the material of both the OLENS and the Moody. I'm not a professional when it comes to material, so I will put like a little picture here so you guys can see. From what I know, the OLENS one, they always emphasize this, what they call like the Puskin material, which is supposed to be like really soft and very comfortable and like very lightweight, which I completely agree because I find it very easy to put it on. It's definitely way more lighter and thinner, which I find really good. Whereas the Moody one is definitely much more thicker, and because the diameter is bigger, you can definitely see the diameter bigger. And I've noticed that with the Moody one, it is very comfortable on the eyes, and however, I did notice that again, the material is definitely way thicker, but it doesn't really feel like that on the eyes, if that makes sense. So I will also show you guys like a side by side so you guys can see how they look like in real life too, so you guys know what I mean. When I do hold the contact lens on my finger to put it on, usually you need to make sure that the contact lens is like in like a U shape, if that makes sense. It's so hard to explain, guys, because I've never done like a demo put on contact lens video, you know. So with the OLENS one, you can definitely create that U shape, which is really easy to apply. For the Moody one, I think because of the weight, it gives you more of that flatter surface, if that makes sense. It doesn't really create the U. However, when I do put it on, there's no problem at all, but I just thought I'll mention that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope it's really detailed for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know whether you guys have tried OLENS or Moody, or you tried both, and what your preferences are. But yeah, I would love to hear, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys!